My mind has a lot of collective parts. And as James will tell you, there are times I just start laughing. Say, okay, what's now? What's that? And getting ready for here, there were in the office a few calls to principle with technology, and thank God the Queen of was in the house as well. And but I mean, there's an up and coming queen in the office, which, oh my gosh, Crystal. So from printing the programs to the lesson to the technology so I just had to say, well, maybe I'm going to have to wing it today. Who knows where that would go? But lucky for you, the printer started working. Blessings to the printer. Like the lion in the Wizard of Oz with the tail wings. Anyway, good morning, beloveds. I invite each of you to play with me today by thinking about our theme, Open at the Top. Today's lesson is based on our June book, which I mentioned earlier, All About Love by Bell Hooks. Yeah. And what I know about love, I learned early on. And it's real simple. Love points the way, and the law, the creative activity of spirit, makes the way possible. And I'll be talking about what I have loved in my life, up and including today. Hope you you bring snacks? Oh, we have snacks, okay. So, my purpose is to note for your consideration a myriad of perspectives on the avenues of love. We think of the romantic love, probably first and foremost, because it's been so promoted, books and movies and all that love stuff. And I like that. And there's the spiritual and the reflective, which I'll talk about today, the reflective aspects of love, and which ties in with my own personal chronology. So I'm sort of burying myself today in my history and taking you places I've not ever shared before. Now, to assist with these avenues of love, I've titled today's lesson, Embracing Our Own History. Can you think, now that you're open at the top, that that's a good idea? Sometimes it's pretty scary to think about history. So let's dig right in, and to each of the four words in the title, and I'll ask you what your meaning might be, okay? So the title, once again, is Embracing Our Own History. So the word embracing, what does that mean to you? Hugging. Loving. What was that? Accepting. Yes. Yeah. Gentle. Like that. It's beautiful. Second word, our. Mine, my history. Yes? Oh, everybody's, yeah. And then embracing our own. Claiming ownership. Yeah. And then the last word, history. Journey. Yeah. Well, I've done some, expanding on that, and I just wanted to see where we went collectively, and this is what I wrote down for embracing, to accept or support a belief, theory, or change, willingly and enthusiastically. Our is a reference to something belonging to oneself. To own is to possess. Not in a restrictive way, but really own it. And then the history part. A study of past events, particularly in human affairs. So as I move forward, please consider the 4 components as a collective partnership. They're a 4-in-1 package deal. But I always find it's better to cut up the pizza and for easier consumption. Okay? So bear with me today as I open my heart, and possibly yours, into a reflection of an anticipation of a greater love of yourself. I'll share a bit of my history and how I've come to embrace it with love, especially the number 25. You curious? It all came tumbling down, if you will, numerologically this year. Well, let's start with the year was 1969. High school graduation. The cosmetology graduation and licensing. And I have some pictures from that year, which you could come up and enjoy. Look at that one. That's from doing this too. And so, in 1972, 3 years later, I moved to Chico to be with my first partner, Louis Gates. 1976 is a bicentennial year, and in that year, opened the Groomers for Hair with Louis. I was 25. In 2008, as an ordained pastor, Reverend Louis Gates and I chartered CSL Greater Chico. In 2013, Reverend Louis made his transition at 42 years of age. In 2016, CSL Greater Chico merged with CSL Chico. You never know where you're going to end up. And I held the position of co-director with Reverend Kathy here for 2 years, till 2018. In 2017, I partnered with James, moved to Paradise in 2018. Campfire happened in 2018, and moved back to Chico in 2018. 2020, COVID. Remember that? Yeah. And so in 2026, this year, it's not only the 250th anniversary of the U.S., but it's also the 50th anniversary of the Groomers for Hair. All the 25s. All the 25s. Have you done the math yet? So this is my 75th year. So it really caused some reflection back, over all of this history of mine. And so there was a lot to embrace. And so in this 2026 year, there was a call to within me to host a celebration of the business. And so it was held last month, and wow, there were 3 clients that were still able to attend, quite robustly since 1972. That's 54 years. So there's a lot to comprehend, much less embrace. And so I have a few images I'd like to share with you today. If you'll pull up the first one. That's the business. That's the event. The wind was blowing well, maybe you remember that in May. We had that north to south, up and down the state wind. Next, please. Just some of the images and pictures. There's a good friend, one of our children, many children I have, who now creates custom beverages and puts logos on them. Next slide, please. And here I am in all my cowboy glory. And next slide, please. There's the cocktail creator. Isn't she great? I love her. Next slide, please. James and I. But look at the people. I mean, it was just quite the event. Next slide, please. That's my sister, my younger sister. She flew out from Florida, spent 10 days with me. Next slide, please. There's Dr. Carolyn. She blew in. It's my sister again, enjoying the festivities. Her name is Marilyn. And that's my co-worker of 54 years, Lynn. And that's one of my first, well, we worked in the same salon when I came to Chico 54 years ago. See, she's still kicking too. Something in the hairdressing business. And I encourage ladies to dress as if you were sort of at the Kentucky Derby, but for hats were encouraged, so. All right. So I must tell you that during the setup, the wind was blowing, the limbs were falling off the back trees, the red was off the back of the building, and oh my God, I was just so verklempt with all the, when you plan something and it doesn't go your way, like printing, but I thought, well, do I just panic, run away in tears? I thought about it, but I couldn't do that. And once I got rid of my debris and I didn't even hear the wind. Here were these people walking up to 54 years of my history, walking towards me. It was very, very emotional. To have that, I really owned it. I mean, it became so palpable to me. And I come here, in my history with my community. And I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And so it's always good to acknowledge where you came from, where it brought you, and where you are now. As they say, warts and all. Because without all that, we wouldn't be as tender as we are right now. So you were handed, I hope you each got the little gift, and if not, please pick one up. I like to hand out little party favors, Okay? And I was like a sponge that day, and the more I moistened my eyes, the more they wept. And so love is like a sponge. It needs moistening often for it to work, because it attracts more moisture once it's moistened. So love into your experiences like the sponge, and more will show itself if we're looking for it. In the book All About Love, chapter 13, Destiny, when angels speak of love. There's a sharing by Thomas Merton. Love is our true destiny. We do not find the meaning of life by ourselves. We find it with another. Don't you love that? Yeah. I encourage each of you to embrace all that has occurred for you and through you by means of your own consciousness. Because we create that ourselves. And if we can create whatever that was, we can do it again. Whatever it was, the sweet, the sour, the bitter. So, consciously create with love is my direction today. Love it, learn from it, be open at the top. Especially when you share your histories with others. And I would encourage, during maybe potato time, to share, just pick someone new you haven't sat with before. That's pretty scary sometimes. Because, I gotta start over. Because for me it triggers something new that I hadn't. They'll ask a question. That I didn't ever think to answer before. And so, I will close in a moment, beginning with a YouTube musical video from 1965, way back. And it, as a member, as a member of this group, was my foundation for community and my beliefs about people and the support that we all give each other. So, can you turn down the house lights and crank up the video, please? That's not it either. Oh, all right. Okay. Well, who knows where it might be today? The group is Up with People. Up with people. You meet them wherever you go. Up with people. They're the best kind of folks to know. If more people were for people, all people everywhere, there'd be a lot less people to worry about, and a lot more people who care. So remember, beloveds, like the sponge, we must first be moistened to our own emotions and memories and reflections in order to embrace the more. So I'll close with a call and response. Repeat after me, please. I am a sponge for love. I am a sponge for love. I am a sponge for love. Right here, right now. And so it is. Okay. Now it's